What's up, everyone? What's going on? Another day, another adventure, another day, another night live stream. Yes, yes, yes. What is up? Let some people join the stream. Extreme Picks is in the house. What is up, Extreme Picks? What's good? How's your day today? What it do? What it do? Oh, we're just chilling. You know what? I've been here. Um, just like goofing off on the internet, and I said I should have started this live a long time ago, and then I said I'm not gonna do a live, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. So I'm like getting ready to go to bed, and I was like, look, dude, let's just see what the lights look like on. So I just like, cut the lights on, just cut one light on. There's just one light on now. I just cut it on just to see like what it would look like, and like I kind of started to feel like, yo, let's go live, right? Because I was just sitting in here in a dark room, like on the phone, and then I was like, oh, let's pass out, and then I just cut this one light on, and I'm like, we lit, yo, let's go, let's go, let's go. So I'm just, yeah, I'm live now. I'm hanging out with y'all. That is what I have going on right now. It did not rain today. It didn't rain. It didn't like rain. It was it was precipitation. It wasn't rain, but it was like a lot of dew in certain areas. I noticed like earlier this morning, I went out and it was like I say, it wasn't raining, but it was like moisture falling from the sky. I mean, I guess you can say it was rain, but it wasn't exactly rain. Do you miss travel or your fun as it is? I don't miss travel right now. No, I don't miss travel right now. I think now I'm happy that I'm getting to do some things that I wasn't able to do when I was traveling. I'm getting able to do some things I wasn't able to do before, yeah, even before I started traveling. So no, I'm not exactly. No, I really don't miss it. I really don't miss it. Uh, One thing I don't miss is I don't miss like having to go places, like a new place, and like look for food all over again. Do that all over again. When I go on like a 2-month trip or a 3-month trip, that's not so bad to do when I'm in one place for a whole month, right? It's not so bad to do. But when you go from place to place to place to place to place, oh my gosh. You said my voice is lower now. What about you guys? Do it sound like my voice is lower? How is the audio sound on you guys' end? Random SF question. What is the one or two shops, food places that haven't shut down in the city due to pandemic? I mean, there's a lot of places that haven't shut down. Um, and there are and really good shops that you like that are now gone. Oh, really good shops. One location is the Golden Era in the mall down here. They had a location in the mall, which was super convenient to go to. They closed the location in the mall because the mall was closed for so long. Couldn't afford to pay rent, and then you couldn't afford to pay rent, and then you're not able to open. I mean, how insane is that? So that location went out of business. They have another location that is in the outer sunset. But that location, it's a different restaurant. It's a different location, but it also has a different setup. That location, you go there and you order food, like you order they give you a menu and you pick from the menu, right? Well, the one in the mall was more like you walk in and they would just have like 6 or 7 different dishes for the day, and you would just pick what they have out, and it was like super fast. Like you could just walk up and say, "Yeah, I want a scoop of that. I want a scoop of that. I want a scoop of this," and bam, like you ready to eat, you know? And they closed that one down, but the restaurant is yeah, I think it's still open. So, what are the things you can do now because you're not traveling? Okay, so one of the biggest reasons why I started traveling so much, I don't even know if a lot of people know this, um, but I'll tell you, we can talk about this. Before I started to travel, I was living with another girlfriend. Okay, we were basically living. I don't want to exactly say how much we're paying in rent, but basically, I mean, could you imagine paying negative rent? Put it like that. I mean, could you literally imagine paying negative rent? We're not gonna really get into that, but like basically people have to pay rent, but like imagine it going the other way, right? Okay, so basically we were in that sort of scenario. I'll talk about that in a whole nother video, okay? Living in Oakland, our situation changed. So like things kind of fell apart, but we had already broke up before like things fell apart, like with the whole house situation. So things like fell apart and I moved out, right? So when I moved out, I was like, okay, where am I gonna move to? So I moved into this Airbnb for like a month because I want to travel. And oh my gosh, like I found it like very, very easy, very, very hard to find a place to live. And like things were just more expensive across the board in the city, you know? And now I'm in this situation where like I've been in the city the whole pandemic, and I've basically like, you know, just got to experience the city in a completely different way. That's kind of why I don't want to leave right now. I got to experience the city in a different way. Like before, the city was like crazy expensive. It was crazy busy. It was just, lots of unfriendly people, lots of snobbish techie people, like just a whole different like attitude, and the city had a whole different like vibe to it, right? So like I just kind of had this idea of like, yo, I want to come to the city, I want to make money, and I want to get the fuck out and travel, right? And that's what I was doing. So when I moved out of Oakland, I didn't have like a dedicated like place to live. Like pretty much I was living out of Airbnbs, and I would, I remember the first summer I moved out, I ended up going to New York, stayed in New York for the whole summer. New York was freaking blast. And then the next year, I like started to travel, and I would travel for like 1 month, and then come back to the U.S. for like a month and a half, and then travel for like a month and a half, and then come back to the U.S. for like a month and a half. I was doing that like over and over and over, and I was doing that and I was liking that because I wasn't able to like really find any good deals in the city that I really wanted to I wanted to move to, Like the city was like mad expensive like back then. Like, yo, it was some places, it was this building on Folsom Street I was looking at before the pandemic. It was $1,700, and now it's going for like $700 a month. It was just like a SRO basically. And just to see like some of these prices fall as much as they've fallen, it's kind of like I don't really want to like leave right now. I saw the video of Neiman Marcus getting robbed by like 10 people. SF won't be happy until the stores just. What do you mean, SF? Was there like did that happen today? Neiman Marcus, was that in today or was that in Palo Alto? Because in Palo Alto, that's been happening a lot. Yeah, they've been robbing the stores in Palo Alto a whole lot, yo. Tom's trend. Who could have predicted COVID, for example? COVID was a freaking COVID was a surprise. What did I stay in NYC? Two places I would mainly stay at in NYC. Harlem, up by like 110th. And I would stay in Staten Island. Love Staten Island. It happened today. Someone filmed it and put it on Twitter. Oh, it happened today. So this is something new. Yeah, lately, I'm telling y'all, all this crime is getting out of hand, yo. It is for real. It's getting out of hand, dude. What's up, Jermaine? You see any fireworks last night? I did see fireworks. I did see fireworks. My boo and I was gonna go down to like to Fisherman's Wharf to see the fireworks. But you know what? We didn't even have to because we could see them from the window. Like not here, but we're staying somewhere else. But we could straight see them from the window. And it was really foggy. So I mean from the window you could see that like it was really foggy. So I just would imagine if we would have been down there, like it wouldn't have been that big of a difference. Like I think we had a better view from where we were. And we were not outside, we were indoors, you know. So it was like super chill. Oh yeah, lots of dogs barking. If you move to NYC, you should move to Hudson Yards. Hudson Yards seem like one of the coolest places to live at in the country right now, yo. People just fed up. Why are they being robbed? They're being robbed. Places like Neiman Marcus are just being robbed because I don't know why they're. I don't know why places like Neiman Marcus are getting robbed. Maybe because they got expensive goods like that. This crap has already changed your target hours. Yeah, it is, but I'm telling you guys, they are they're pushing for a online world. That's what they're pushing for. Like obviously that is what they're pushing for. Once they push for the online world, that's when the autonomous is all gonna happen. I mean, yeah, I mean, why else would they? Why else would they pass laws where you can steal $950 worth of stuff? You do that so that eventually people realize that yo, I can steal things, and then eventually the stores in that area will close, and then eventually the people living in that area, guess what? They'll just have to buy things they'll have to buy things online. So that's the name of the game. And for the most part, it doesn't surprise me at all. Like they've been wanting to do this for years. You know, they've been wanting to do this for years. But a place like SF is way more progressive than a lot of these little places around the US, yo. Like way more. Like freaking cities got way so much money and power, yo. And it's super small. And it's super small. It's so easy to man, whatever they want to do, they can do it around here, yo. It's crazy. I think that's really what they want. I really think they want it to be like, you know, it's to the point where you order everything offline. You know, you order all your food offline. You know, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I want some stuff from Target. Well, I'll just go to the app and then it'll be delivered in like 45 minutes. Like basically, that's where it's going. Like that is where it's going. How long will it take for it to get there? It's just a matter of time. But believe me, yo, believe me, that is where it's going. That is where it's going. Like I'm just very, I just want, I'm just very curious to know how long will it take? How long for it to take for just downtown to continue to keep closing the stores? Like I wonder how long will it take? Like, bro, I bet it's gonna get to the point where like you're gonna be ordering it on your phone. Okay, okay. You know how you go to McDonald's, right? So when you go to McDonald's, it's like three ways to order at McDonald's. You can go up and order old fashioned way, right? So you can order where you go talk to the person in the back. Hey, I want some cheeseburger and fries and a Coca-Cola. You can order like that, right? And then you can also order on the phone, on the tablet, right? On you can walk up and touch the screen, okay? And then there's the third way to order. I don't think a lot of people order this way. The third way to order is to order with your cell phone, right? Well, if you order with your cell phone, think about this. Like, that's way more efficient because you can order before you even get there, right? Now, the other two ways, talking to the person and then touching the machine where everybody touching it gonna have coronavirus, right? If you order those routes, you have to go there and then order it. But if you do it on the phone, you can do it before you even get there. So if Target and CVS was smart, they would go ahead and say, "Hey, yo, inside of the store is closed. You want something, you order it on the app, and then you just come and pick it up. We'll bring that shit to you downstairs." Yo, that is how they gonna do it, yo. I barely go into stores now. Everything online. That's true. I think at the Amazon Go store you have to scan to enter. Yeah, Amazon Go store. I think those are gonna be more popular in the future too. Chick-fil-A curbside all day. The troubling parts is if they can't steal from stores, criminals will get even more desperate and steal from people's households. SF has to punish criminals rather than closing down shops. Okay, so the harsh reality of that is the harsh reality of what you just said. Okay, you just said something very dangerous here. You said something very dangerous because if you really think about it in theory, here, if they continue to close all the shops, eventually the people aren't going to have shops to steal from, right? So if people don't have shops to steal from, where are they going to steal to? That means they're going to be stealing from anyone they can steal from, right? Any person. Because right now, there's a lot of people that are not targets. You know what I mean? If you got a uniform and you got a uniform and you got a job, usually you're not a target. I mean, maybe if you're a UPS guy or you're a mailman or something, but I could see it getting to a point where like everybody's a target, like every single person. You know what I mean? And if there's no stores to steal from, people will be stealing from places. But think about this. If you think that there will be a time where there will be no stores, right? Where you can't go out and you can't go into Target and you can't go to Whole Foods and you can't go to these other places. This brings up another question. During that time, will people go anywhere? I mean, think about it. Like, if you're not even going to the store, like, how often would you even be going to a restaurant? You know, when you talk about closing down stores, right? This brings up other questions because, well, if you close down all the stores, well, check this out. I'm gonna go to a restaurant, right? Well, now the people you could just go rob the restaurant because you know there's gonna be people at a restaurant, right? You know, because there's no more stores. You've closed them all down. That's all like online. I don't know. It brings up more questions if you ask me. You see, they are not stealing from dispensaries like that. They know security have guns in there and they will use them. Okay, but the dispensary is a little bit different. Another place that they're not stealing from is they're not stealing from the pharmacy at CVS. Okay. They're not stealing from the pharmacy at CVS. They'll go in there and they'll steal, the soap, they'll steal the body wash. They typically don't go in there and mess with the pharmacy, right? So certain things that they go for, certain things that they don't go for. All right. Why do you guys keep voting for Democrats? You know, whenever whenever you say anything about San Francisco and you say anything about, the city and crime and just how the city is, the homelessness, you always get, the comments that say, like, people say, why do you always vote Democrat? Why do you always vote Democrat? Well, I don't necessarily think that, I don't necessarily think like if a Republican just was elected, I don't think they would just like be able to just clean this up overnight. I really don't think so. Maybe they could pass some stricter laws for like shoplifting, but don't just think that like one person, like a Republican, someone wearing a red tie, don't you just think that they can just walk right in here and just clean up every single problem like tomorrow? Like, don't just think that. Don't just think that for 1 second, because the situations that are going on in red states are nothing like the situations that are going on in New York and San Francisco. No, they're not. They're nothing like it, yo. They're nothing like it. They're nothing like it. Like, you even look at the economic opportunities. They're so far. They're so far vast, yo. So far vast. And why you think so many more people are, live in democratic places? Well, let me stop. Who are the people doing the stealing and why? No, not before. Okay, so I think they're always stealing. I think it was always the shoplifting going on. I think a couple of things have changed. I think now there's less people coming to the city. With less people coming to the city, you have less people spending money in the city, right? So if you keep the same amount of people stealing and you have 50% of less people coming to the city, well, now those thefts hurt more, right? And then another thing you got to think of too, that even makes those numbers go up even drastically. Think about all the stores that have closed. So all the stores that have closed. So we used to go and shop. Okay, not me, but question. I mean, not question, but these people used to go shoplift from the CVS all the time, every day they used to go shoplift. Well, this one went out of business, right? So since that one went out of business, well, now they're going to this other CVS, right? And they're shoplifting from that one all the time, right? They're going to that one, and then that one goes out of business. Well, guess what? Now they get this Target, right? Now they shoplifting from that one all the time. So it was people were always shoplifting. But you just got a couple things that have changed. You got less people coming to the city, spending money, and then you got stores that are closed. And then who knows? You probably even have more people shoplifting now than it was before the pandemic. Because like now more people figured out that like, look, you know, I mean, look at all these videos online. Look at what you see. Like you see someone walk out and security guards standing there filming. Like, there's definitely been a lot of advertisement for it, put it like that. You probably got a lot of people driving to the city doing it. I don't think it's all FSF people doing it. If AOC ran SF, it would be chaos. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think that I just don't think that, one party would fix the problems overnight. Wall Street is going away. What do you mean Wall Street is going away? So why doesn't it matter that they're shoplifting from big companies? Well, because eventually those big companies are going to leave. And when they leave, those are jobs that are going to leave, right? And not only when those jobs leave, people how are people going to get their stuff? You know, I totally get it. It's a lot of people out there that are against big companies. You know, I mean, but once again, if you steal from them enough, they're gonna leave. They're gonna cut you off, and then what are you gonna do? Yeah, stuff is going down the toilet drain like most cities. Yeah, I know, dude. Most cities won't be the same. Some large grocery stores in the Bay do have paramilitary guys working security, Safeway with the border enrichment. Dude, I know what you're saying. When you go there, they have like a bulletproof vest on and they have like a gun and like a stick and like, bro, them folks ready to fight. And they're usually like 7 feet tall. Homelessness problem in America exists because too many Republicans won over the past 40 years. Oh gosh, you guys are gonna go back and forth talking about Republicans and Democrats now. If it costs 100K to lock someone up, isn't it cheaper to pay them not to commit crimes? I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they're more stealing because the cops are looking the other way? Okay, so whoa. Maybe I should make a video talking about this. I thought about doing this, but like I didn't want it. But I don't know. I thought maybe it'll be a bad idea. But basically, I don't think a lot of people know this, but everybody wants to point the finger at the police. Everybody wants to point the finger at the cops. Okay. Everybody wants to do it. I know everybody wants to do it, but check this out. What if I told you that it's actually not them? What if I actually told y'all that a lot of cops disagree with what they can do and what they can't do? There's a lot of cops out there that want to arrest people for some of these stupid ass crimes that they do. But the reason why they don't arrest them is because they're told not to. Like they're literally told not to. They're told not to. So that's why they don't react to a lot of things. They're told not to. Just like, you know, a teacher is told, don't teach this and you need to teach this. Just like a chef is told, this is how you prepare this food, you know. Don't put too much fucking salt on the steak, okay? You know, you have to follow the rules that are given. And just like an airplane pilot, you have to follow the rules. You know, they say land this plane right now, right? You know, they say don't fly this motherfucker too fast, right? They say don't land too hard. You're gonna scare the passengers in the back, yo. It's a pregnant lady back there. She crazy as a motherfucker, yo. Right? You gotta follow the guidelines. But the thing is, the people hate police, right? They just hate the police. They hate the police. Like it, your average person that, you know, your average young person hates the police, right? So it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter if someone is hitting them with a baseball bat and then they get aggressive with them and then they put get the person's hands behind their back and, you know, get the handcuffs on them. If that shit happens in the city, there's going to be so many people filming. There's going to be people cussing out the cops. There's going to be people screaming saying, you let him go, you're doing him wrong. But then there'll also be the same people standing there watching this other person assault the cop, you know? But then when the cop like retaliates, you know, now the cop's wrong. You know, guys, let me tell y'all something. Airplane pilots kill a lot of people. Okay, they do. Airplanes, they fall out of the sky. In the aviation industry, they are responsible for a lot of deaths. All right. No one No one goes around and screams at fucking airplane pilots. No one cusses them out. No one screams at them, yo. But they got a lot of blood on their hands too. And I'm not comparing airplane pilots to cops. But basically what I'm saying is airplane pilots and cops, they have to follow guidelines. And when someone like Chelsea Bolton or whatever the fuck his name is say, look, don't arrest these criminals, like don't arrest these criminals, the police actually have to abide by those rules. Like they do. And once again, I know a lot of people are probably gonna dislike this video because it sounded like I'm taking up for the police. And like everybody hates the police because they're the scum of the earth, they're the worst people in the world. Dude, whatever. They still have to follow rules, right? They still have to follow rules. All right. They still have to follow rules. And the rule is, around here, it's that 950 thing. Tremendous original. I don't know what we say. No. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, Chelsea or Bolton or whatever his name is. That's the person that we should all be going after. That is the person that we should go after. Because you also gotta think like the rule is if you kill someone, you should face the same conviction. Well, but the thing is, if you kill someone around here, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. I mean, if you have a gun, that's a whole nother story. Certain crimes, it's petty crimes they look at very differently here. Those are the crimes they look at like, but then petty crimes can be really bad crimes. That can be really bad crimes, right? Like petty crimes can be horrible crimes. Beating someone up or assault. I guess that's the word. Theft of thousands of dollars. Like these car break-ins. That could be thousands of dollars, right? But yeah, when you're not strict, well, that doesn't stop people from doing it. You know, if people know, oh yeah, if you go to SF and you do that shit, they're gonna give you 20 years in jail. Check this out. It ain't gonna be as many people coming here doing that shit. But when people, see on TV, oh yeah, you can go to SF and you can just get away with it all the time. I mean, that they paint that picture, right? That Chelsea Bolton motherfucker. They paint that picture, yo. They do. But yeah, it's crazy, yo. No, I didn't hear about the I didn't hear about the Neiman Marcus thing. Yeah, incentives, 20 years in jail. Yeah, that's what it is. Like these Asian crimes, they should have just started doing like 20 years in jail, y'all. They should right when people start doing those Asian crimes in the city. I'm talking about how that was like picking on Asian people. They should have started saying 20 years in jail, yo. Man, America needs to start making some Chinese laws, yo. We need to start making some for real laws, like not this yes and no, and yet this is what it is. You do this shit, this is what you get. We need to start making some for real laws, yo. I'm getting tired of these people just get away with everything, yo. Crazy. Don't apologize. Why should everyone hate every cop? I don't know. That's just how the word on the street is, yo. It's crazy. You say cops are scared? I mean, you gotta think, man. Another thing about people think that cops are like robots or something. I'm gonna tell you something. Cops are just like you. Hey man, when you outside, right? And when you outside and you hear a big loud ass boom, right? And it scare you and you jump, right? Guess what? That loud boom probably scared the fuck out of them too. Yeah. Like they ain't no different, y'all. Like no, we all the same, y'all. Like ain't nobody, no like Superman. Like people, we all the same, time to unsub. What did I say to piss somebody off over here? No, I am not a cop, yo. No, I'm definitely not a cop. No, but I just be real though, yo. Like for real. Like some shit just don't make sense. And some things do. People get triggered by Jermaine speaking facts. Man, you gotta speak facts, yo. Sometimes cops, I mean, sometimes people don't want to hear sometimes people don't want to hear the truth, yo. What do you think about Hispanic vendors getting attacked? Is that the next thing going on now? With they beating up people or at the fruit stands or something? People can't handle Jermaine's opinions. Nah, they can't. People can't handle Jermaine opinions, y'all. Nah, they can't handle Jermaine opinions. Are you still in the Tenderloin? I mean, not exactly, but I live in somewhere now, technically. What do you think about Bill Cosby? Hey, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I really haven't been following the Bill Cosby thing so much, right? But I know they let him go, and I was just trying to figure out like why was he in there in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, I heard that like they dropped the charges because they didn't find any evidence. But like, why was he even? I don't know. I like I say, I just don't keep up with too much of that. Like, I be deep in my whole like social media world. I do see security doing better jobs than cops in SF. Security keeping out the more treacherous homeless people, impossible shoplifters. Man, security jobs be working hard, yo. Yes, yes, yes. They be working overtime, yo. What did you do for 4th of July? I stayed, hung out with my boo the whole time. We hung out, we're like house sitting. So yeah, we hung out, had a good time. I got attacked by a homeless man and fought him off in the Mission District. Oh wow. That sounds crazy, yo. That sounds oh, that sounds insane. You know, a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, yo. I'm always like nervous going out in the city now. That's why like I like sometimes I like to walk, sometimes I don't like to walk. You know, that's why I love skateboarding because like I don't have to like be on the street, you know? I don't have to walk on the street because I'd be sketched, like hearing all these stories going on, people getting stabbed, people getting shot, people getting robbed. I'm like, man, at least I'm not like on the sidewalk like all the time, you know? I was trying to vlog. Are you trying to vlog? Did they follow you? I'm not sure if you talked about this, but Chelsea Bowden's parents served time for murdering a security guard when he he grew up having to visit them in prison. That's why he's off on crime. Yeah, I did hear about that. About Chelsea. I don't know what to say about that. Like honestly, that just reading that just makes me that just makes me that just has so many things going through my head. Yeah, that has so many things that makes That's Roy. That got so many things going through my head just reading that. I've heard about that. Definitely heard about this with Chelsea, but I I guess that's why he's so freaking soft on Chrome. But how many people are gonna suffer though? Are you saying you can't get shot while you're on your skateboard? Well, I'm not saying I can't get shot while I'm on my skateboard, but what I'm saying is like at least I feel a little bit safer, because I'm not walking. That's all. I bet you had great fireworks. No, I didn't have any. I didn't shoot any fireworks. I wanted to shoot fireworks. Fireworks are illegal in California, so you have to get them like, from someone who got them from another state. What what's the last what's the latest going on with Treasure Island? The latest going on with Treasure Island, they are building a lot of houses over there in Treasure Island. They're building like a lot of condos and stuff like that. Yeah, it's gonna be that type of place. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm just saying, well, his practices. I mean, the way he presents law. I mean, not the way he presents law, but the way he it's like his whole like idea of like. I mean, I get what you mean about his parents. I totally understand that. But I don't know. Literally, it leaves me speechless. Like I really don't know what to say. Like, I mean, even if you go back and rewind this live stream, like when I read that freaking comment, like I really didn't even know what to say. Like from reading it, because it was just like shit. What do I say behind that? Police and SF don't do anything. Fireworks were being sold on the street. Oh, they were selling fireworks on the street for real? Damn, where was I? I live in the TL and refuse to act like a victim in my own neighborhood. I go out all hours. I'm not afraid. Oh, you always go out? You like, I don't care. He's public defender, not the DA. He got the wrong job. Oh, the mission's cool though. The mission's cool. Well, I mean, depending on where at in the mission. Because some parts of the mission can be hella nice. Some parts of the mission can be kind of rough. I'm like yawning on y'all. Jim, where was Jermaine from the fireworks? Hiding from? No, I was hanging out with my boo. Uh, Also, I think it's something else with the police too. That the police, a lot of the police that are in uniform and are at Target stores and CVS stores, I hear that a lot of these police are. Whoa. I was looking out the window and it looked like the Tesla semi truck was coming down the street. Like no shit. And I ain't never seen one in person, so I wanted to at least be like, oh, I see it, but it wasn't. It was a Mercedes Sprinter. No way I'd be living on Treasure Island. The public the fuck's out. I don't know what they're doing, but of course, all the new people that are gonna move in are gonna be like probably like techie type people, and I would imagine that they're probably gonna build their own building that they don't have to leave, and it's probably gonna be a shop downstairs and a couple other shops downstairs, and then they're gonna order everything and have it delivered. So, isn't it toxic there? Yes, from what I heard, it was. From what I heard, it was. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get off here. I'm like I'm like yawning now. It's like 85 of y'all on this stream. Yeah, you're right. A semi truck and SF, it would get stuck on a hill. But I didn't think I saw. I was thinking. I thought I saw the front of the truck. I didn't think I saw the a long semi. You know, a lot of crime in SF. I mean, there's some crime. I mean, yeah, there's definitely some crime. Okay, y'all. Give your homeboy Jermaine a thumbs up. Give your homeboy Jermaine a thumbs up. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna go get some rest. I think I'll do a. I don't know if I'll do a. Don't know if I'll do a 12-hour, but I think I'll do a long live stream on Thursday. Maybe a 8-hour or a 12-hour. I'll make up my mind, but maybe I'll do a 12-hour again if the super chats are right. But anyway, you guys have a good night. I am going to go get some sleep, and yeah, it was fun hanging out. I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Night, night, nighty, 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 night. Bye bye.